What's up guys, it's David here from Heavy Cookie, and today I am playing Mini Metro. Mini Metro is an early access game on Steam at the moment. I thoroughly recommend getting it. And currently it only has the classic mode and four locations, not stations, that would be silly. London, Paris, New York and St. Petersburg. Currently also does not have sound, so I will try and talk as much as possible. Don't know if that's good or not, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, let's just jump in. So I'll just pause this for a moment. The premise of the game is simple. You've got to connect all the stations together and try and get people from point A to point B as most efficiently as possible. You fail when a station becomes too overcrowded. So you have these stations here. We've got a triangle station, a circle station and a square station. You can connect these in any way you want, and people will arrive at each station. For example, you could have a circle guy at the triangle station, so it means he wants to go to a circle station. We'll click on here. You see you start off with 3 locomotives and 3 lines. So each line, you can put locomotives down and carriages down. Carriages increase the space. You got tunnels here, so you can cross bridges, but we'll just play and see if we can get a grasp for that. So what I'm going to do first is just take a line. If you just click and drag, and then you can click and drag to another one, and you see that I've just made a circular line. I could also take this guy here and edit the line, or you can click and drag the line like so. And you can also add new lines just by clicking on a new station, like so. Let's just take that off there. So I'll drag this line down here, and you see I've used one of my tunnels. And you see these guys here, so this is a square, so he's going to want to go to a square. So this guy here, this line, you see this triangle guy is going to jump on and come to this station, where this train's going to pick him up and take him to this one. So that's the basic premise of the game. It looks really simple, and it is to a point, but it does get incredibly complex. See, I've got a timer up on the top there. At the end of every week, you get a new locomotive and a choice between a new carriage, line, or tunnel, and it varies them as you go. You can also see on the bottom right, sorry, that was just me taking a drink, you've got a passenger count of how many passengers you've served. So yeah, it is a really basic, it's one of those games where the idea behind it is really simple, but it is super addictive and super fun to play, as you'll see. I've got my own little tactics for playing. They seem to work relatively well, but we'll see how they do. So now I've got like 2 kind of lines at the minute. I'll show you my tactic at the end of the week, because that's kind of how I've ended up doing it. But I mean, you can just see how the game works right now. You've got the locomotives there, which are just kind of doing their route. So this guy's going to pick up these passengers. He's going to drop the 2 triangles off at this station, because I want to go to a triangle station. He's going to pick up these circles. And then the game kind of does a lot of stuff itself for you. You see it's dropped the circles off there, and then this train's picked the circles up. It's going to take them to this one. So you got a lot of triangles on this line, and this guy's going to end up, he's either going to drop them off here, or he's going to take them to this one. The game kind of figures all that like micromanagement stuff out for you. So yes, end of the week. Here we go. Week 2, you've received a new locomotive. So I'm just going to take another drink. So yeah, the locomotive, you start off with 3, and you start off with 3 lines. I think the idea is for you to use 3 lines, but you don't really need it at that point, so I'm going to select that. And then you get asked, how would you like to spend the rest of your budget increase? So what I've found is every game has a river. And this either will be a tunnel or a bridge, depending on where you are. Because this is the London Underground, it's a tunnel. And I don't think I need another line right now. I think what I've tended to do is get as many tunnels as I can early game, because you get stations popping up in weird places, and you will see as the game progresses. I'm just going to pause this, because you might have already noticed it, the map is ever so slowly zooming out. And you don't have to move around the map. The map itself will show you everything you need, but it constantly zooms out. So what I'm going to do, if you see here, I'm not using a red line, so it's kind of a smaller circle. But you can click a line and you can cancel it. And you can see it's still got a faint outline of what the last 2 locomotives are doing. Really tempted to call them trains, but I'm trying to stick to what the game's calling them. So I'm just going to click play again, and you can do that by pressing space to toggle play and pause. And there you go. They've completed their route and they've dropped off the passengers. So what I've done, this is my tactic, is to completely clear the map every week, or as I see fit, and rearrange it. And you see, you get new types of stations popping up as well. So now this is a diamond, this isn't a square. And you've got to take that into consideration. So if you look, this is, and I'm just going to adjust myself, so apologies for that. This is a really high density station, which we need to take into consideration. And this is a rare station. So what this means is any one of these stations could have someone pop up and want to go to diamonds. So basically, I want to try and make sure that this has a lot of lines going to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of my lines and just basically circle the entire map. And I've went back there because I want to include this as part of the circle. And we're going to cross over, use one bridge and use a second bridge and close the gap. You'll notice if I drag this back to here, these are the ends of the lines. If you want to change the lines, you drag them like so. If you want to add a new line, you drag away from the station. But yes, so I've got these two key points here. I've got the rare station, we've got the high volume station. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a second loop. I'm just going to drag it. And I'm going to cross down here. Take this station. Cross up to here. And take this one. And then cross it over here. So what I've done is I've essentially made a shorter route between this station and this station to go to this station. And this one kind of is 6 and 2/3 because you've got two lines. What I've basically tried to do is just try to make it so anyone who wants to go to this station can get there quickly. But I still have one line left, so I think I'll just have A1 that maybe goes from here, gets this high volume station, gets this one, and then crosses over to here. So I've basically got shortcuts across the map. And because I got a new locomotive, I've still got one left, so I'm going to use that on the yellow line. So now it's got two. So if we just resume that, we'll see straight away I've eased up loads of congestion on this circle station here. And there's a bit more here, but we've got two lines running through it, so it should not be an issue, but we'll see. I'm by no means amazing at this game. This is just a tactic that I have come up with. I believe Ben, who is a side note, pointed this game out to us. He was the one that was playing it and said you should grab this game. He pointed this game out and he has got a better score than me, I believe, as it stands. So I'm by no means an expert, but Ben is also doing a lot more videos than me. So I think he's graciously let me do this one as a video. And you also might have noticed on the bottom right here, like a pulse of a grey circle. That happens when a station gets a little bit too busy. Just going to drag that over there. So you can kind of see how really well made the game is, even at this early stage, that the tracks have that kind of flexibility where I can just click and drag it out and meet a new station. But yeah, as I was saying, the pulse that you could see is a highlight to let you know. I'm assuming there will be some kind of audio cue when it happens as well, when it's got sound. But at the moment, it's to let you know that station's overcrowding. And when a station overcrowds, you essentially have a limited amount of time to deal with it. Otherwise, you fail the game. As you'll probably see, it's going to happen a lot more as the game progresses. And you'll also notice how really inefficient this yellow line's getting here because of the way the stations are popping up on the top right. This is why I do the complete refresh. I know there's other tactics. People might get rid of one line at a time and rebuild and as they go, and I'm guessing that works as well because there's a lot of people with a lot of scores. And here we go. I'm just going to pause this for a second. So you can see this station here is overcrowding. And that means that this circle here is going to start filling up. When that circle fills up, it's essentially game over. But fear not, because you can pause the game and you can see that I have a train here. And I believe this train is going here. Yeah. So this train's going to drop off 4 triangles at this triangle station. It's going to pick up 3 circles. It is then going to take the 3 circles to this circle, drop them off, and pick up another 6 people, which is going to clear the congestion at this station. So I'm just going to click play. Oh, and it's week 3 already. So I've received a new locomotive. So I'm just going to click that. And again, do I want lines or tunnels? If you notice here, and I really hope you can see my mouse. It's been a while since I've recorded, and I believe we mentioned that in the Destiny video, but we will let you guys know what's going on with that. It's kind of a U-bend, and we've got all these kind of wiggles and stuff. If a station pops up here, I'm going to end up using 2 tunnels to get to it in certain circumstances. So what I'm doing is trying to stock up on tunnels as soon as possible. And I'm going to let this locomotive, pick up the guys here and then do another refresh. So you see he's dropping them off and he's picking them up, and that's fine now. So I'm just going to pause it, bring up my stations. Oh, sorry about that. Get a little bit of a throat issue there. Not used to talking this long, believe it or not. So I'm just going to click play again and let these stations complete these lines complete their drop-offs. There we go. And we've got another congestion here. So you got a new station, if you notice. The new station on the right, and we've got this one on the left, and we've got a couple of bits of congestion in the middle. So same tactic, I think. I'm just going to draw an outline, like so. And just outline the entire set of stations. So then I've got like a line there. So next week I might get a new line as well, because it's getting quite busy. Got a lot of congestion in the middle. So what can we do to solve that? I think what I'm going to do is have a central line like so. And then I'm also going to have a line that just kind of weaves in and out between the congested lines and the outer line. Like, let's do this one and this one here. We'll do this, this, that, and that. There we go. Maybe not the best, but we're just working with what we've got. I'm going to stick an extra carriage on yellow, and I'm going to stick an extra, locomotive. I'm going to stick an extra locomotive on blue. Let's see how that pans out. So already here, we've got a congested station, but we've got a locomotive coming to pick that up. And this one here, see, now we've gone from, just drop that there. Nearly had to use a tunnel here, but luckily got away with it. As good as the game is at handling the lines, sometimes you will find that a line will just ever so slightly graze the corner of a river, and as a result of that you will end up wasting a tunnel. But the part of the beauty of this game is trying to figure out the best way to arrange your lines. And I mean, if you remember at the start we had 3 stations and it was looking pretty simple, and now we've got this big jumble of stations and lines, and we've only got 190, about would be 200 people. That's how many people have arrived at their destination so far, which seems like a lot, but I've seen my personal score, I believe, is that at 1,200 or thereabouts. Just gonna have another drink there, and you see we've got another station here, and the yellow line's already getting really wobbly again. If you remember, I was just doing a circle and it's already turned into this hodgepodge of stations and lines and so on and so forth. But on the whole, it's working quite well. This red line's picking up a lot of the slack, getting people from the diamond station and the hexagon over here. It's working really well. I'm quite chuffed with it. I mean, got a potential issue down here with the triangle, but we'll see how it goes. We've got a train heading that way. Worst case scenario, I can also drag this blue down here, and he'll pick up a lot of the slack as well, because it appears a lot of circles want to go here, which is bad, because I mean, there's circles everywhere, so it's not that bad, actually. I'm waffling at this point. But I've got a new locomotive. It's asking about on carriage or tunnels. I think I'm going to go 1 more tunnels, and then next time I'll get a line. See how that goes. So I'll let this pick everybody up, like so. And I'm going to do it again, completely wipe everything. And this is just one way of playing. I've found when I started playing, I had a few different methods, and this one just occurred to us, and I've been using it since. I might experiment more. You guys can experiment. It'd be cool to see what you guys have done. I will show you when I eventually fail, because it will happen. I have no doubts about that. You can. There's a thing built into the game for taking pictures of your current setup, so it'll be cool to show that off. We'll do this. We will do this. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. We'll do that, and then we'll do a line that goes from here like so, and we'll chuck one on that, one on there, and one more on yellow. We'll completely bulk yellow up, and I might have made a mistake here. What have we got? We're 16 minutes in, give or take. We've got a lot of problems on the top right, but hopefully this yellow locomotive's going to pick up the slack, and it has. And this one here, we've got a plus station as well. Just drag this down here. So yes, you can. The game does have a way built in for you to capture your setup. So maybe we could have a little thing going where you can show me what you've done, because that would be cool. And I'll show you how to do that when I fail, because fingers crossed there might be a while away from that. But yeah, the other levels as well, I'll talk about those while we're watching the station tick over. We have got a few levels on this game so far, and each one, I mean, the rivers essentially play the big part in this. Just gonna drag this over here. You see the rivers here. Basically, I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bridges at the minute. You've got some of the levels have little islands in the rivers, so you've got to use up 2 bridges just to get to them. And if it's a rare station, you might end up using 3, 4, 5 bridges just to try and get coverage on it. So it does increase the difficulty. The London map is fairly straightforward. Rivers fairly tame, I would say. So it presents less of a challenge, and it's a good way to start the game off. But I mean, I don't know how fun it is to watch someone else playing, but to play is really cool. And I'll put various links on how to get the game and such in the video description. So I'm having some issues with red here, but it looks like it might have been solved. Yeah. We're coming up the end of the week again, so we're gonna have another restructure and maybe a new line, because that would be cool to get. But it's taken over nicely so far. And we're looking at what, 18 minutes of gameplay. Who'd have thunk it? So we've got locomotive and yeah, line. Let's get a line. So once again, I'm going to clear everything. This line is really going to help. We'll let everything clear out. And you will notice as well that station's upgrade. So this one's upgraded to a star, which again is another round. Got congestion down here. So what we'll do, we'll start off at the star. Loop everything. And this is where my tactic, you need more lines for it, because there's no way I can just do a circle, an inner circle and a line anymore. There's just too much going on. So what I'm going to do is have a circle and then an inner circle that occasionally joins up to the outer circle, like so. And we'll do this one, this one. We'll come down here, we'll hit up this one here, and then this one. And then I'm going to do a north-south line. We'll start off at the star because it's quite a rare one. We'll hit this, down to here, and this one. And then we'll do a west to east line, assuming that north is up, as I always do. And we've covered every station. How many spare locomotives have we got? 3. So I'll do yellow, I'll do red, and I'll going to hope that the 2 lines here are fine. I'm going to add another one to yellow because it's got to do a lot of trips. I've still got 4 bridges to spare. So it's better to have spare bridges, sorry, tunnels. It's better to have them because I've been playing at times and you just, a station pops up out of nowhere. You go to drag your line out to meet it and you've just got no spare bridges. And it is incredibly frustrating to see that. And we've actually got a potential issue here already. This line here is starting to fill up. But what I'm going to do, got this blue guy, he's coming over here. He's going to make a drop off. He's not going to make a drop off here. He might drop off some people. What I'll do is I'll drag this guy up and hopefully we'll get some train here sooner or later to pick up some slack because this red guy's about to pick up this one. And this is how hectic it gets. This blue guy is just going to swing straight past it. So it's basically down to this red guy now. This blue guy's coming back actually to pick some people up. And we've just made it. Just paused there out of habit. So yeah, here's what I mean. We've got, if I drag this over, I've just used 2 bridges up just to connect one station. And that's going to happen. So it's better to have bridges and not need them than need them and not have them. And you see now we're really starting to get busy stations. And this is where things start falling apart if you're not prepared. So yeah, I mean, we're going to see how this plays out. We've got, where's red going? Red's nowhere near. Is that yellow going away from it? This is where it could fall down. What I'm going to do is drag this up here to try and get rid of that. We'll see how that goes. Yellow's going to pick this up. And I'm going to drag all the red line over here to try and pick this up. That's been fixed. How's this one though? Has he fixed it? No. So now we've got the issue coming here. I'll drag the blue line in here to try and fix it. We've got the red line in already. Try to get a yellow line into here. I've got a new station popping up there, so I'll drag that. So this could be the end here. I've got all 4 lines running through it. I've got no extra locomotives to put down. Blue's coming up. Is blue going to fix it? It's tried, but we've got light blue coming. Can light blue do it? Nope. Okay, that's it then. We're done. It was a good run. Got 620 people. So there we go. Overcrowding at this station has forced your metro to close. 620 passengers travel down your metro over 34 days. So if you click this button here, the screenshot London, 620, and map, London map have been saved to your desktop. Press any key to continue. So that is Mini Metro. This is looking, it will be about a 20-minute video. I hope that it's been fun to watch. It's definitely fun to play. I recommend picking it up. I'll put all the relevant links in the description. And yeah, I've had fun playing. I hope we've had fun watching. See you in the next video.